A door opens nearby, and a man in sinister black armor steps out onto the sunlight.
Who's this guy?
The body armor is very distinctive. It's dark with spikes and kind of a skull motif going on.
I bet he's their priest.
Shaped like a skull as well.
So he's probably not the doctor.
He is.
Are either of you gonna tell them that they have really shabby, I don't know, defenses?
They probably know. I think you can tell when your gun's not loaded.
They obviously couldn't. They didn't.
When they go through
Whoa.
your defenses and burn stuff, you usually know that they're.
You gotta take a look at this guy.
Is he striking a pose or?
He's walking.
He's
in
dancing.
the process of walking.
He came out and did a little jig. It's Michael Jackson, back from the dead.
Could I have some more?
That's how they march.
Just swinging pistols up and down.
They river dance at
There he
us.
is. He's missing his cape, but he's got 2 guns.
The man removes his helmet, revealing a relatively plain human male with sandy blonde hair. The man nods to Lothari, puts his helmet under one arm. It's a bear.
Are you
Lothari
still a dragon?
Yep.
looks somewhat stiffly. Lieutenant Behan. He responds that it's fortunate your son wasn't harmed. I must point out that if you had allowed the Coalition to keep a permanent guard force here, this kind of thing wouldn't happen.
Those guys are bad, right?
But we don't actually know that they're
sighs.
bad.
No, they were told that they're bad.
Oh,
You've said that before on numerous occasions. Ian looks at you guys. And the dragon kind of shifty eyes at you.
that's a prop. We gotta get the hell out of here.
Hi, my name's Oberon.
Hi.
How are you?
Banana?
I'm not familiar with your armor.
I'm not familiar with your armor. Can I see it?
Can I wear it?
See it now.
Can I see with my eyes? I throw them at him and run away.
I will walk around behind him to take a better look.
You try and walk towards him, he backs away slowly, so you can't get behind him.
I will loudly whisper to the girl, this guy's not very friendly.
I don't think he likes me.
Well, the Coalition doesn't like dragons.
I know. But I mean, I wouldn't know that.
That's what.
Well, the village
that's
people
what
probably
she
told
said.
you that.
Who would have told me that?
The villagers.
Well, now they might have, but they didn't before.
No, the first village.
Yeah, I remember
The
we went
phasing
to the
village.
first
They were the
village.
ones who told us the coalition existed and they're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told us
That's
that they
true.
don't like us. And
But I wouldn't know that necessarily.
We wouldn't have known he was
You
here.
wouldn't have known that they're coalition unless they described.
but they just said, she said, they were in their conversation. He said,
Yes.
She said
Not the
that she was
Coalition.
Coalition.
You know the Coalition doesn't like dragons.
And I recognize that he's coalition?
It's a fair. It's been described as like skull armor, and
Also, they said coalition.
they did say Coalition
Yeah.
specifically.
You're
Yeah,
also
well, in
only
the
like
conversation.
a
True, okay.
week old. I think you can remember.
Fair.
It's one of your 7 memories.
Listen, I don't know what hindrance you took.
No memory.
Amnesia must be at least a major hindrance.
I will change to human.
What dragon?
He looks at you.
What's up, man?
Perhaps we'll speak more later. I'll be in my tent.
I
Away.
I feel like I maybe need to lie down.
He walks off
Do
towards
they know
the.
that dragons can become humans?
They likely do now.
I would assume they would.
He walks off towards the west end of town, where he set up his camp.
So should we off this guy?
There's probably lots more.
They probably know he's here if he has a camp, and if he doesn't report in, they're gonna come.
The camp is
Let's-
a tent.
Let's
No,
ask.
but, like he still
Oh.
has set up,
Sure.
so he's probably reporting in from this location.
Let's
Yeah.
ask.
Not necessarily
get
want to make trouble
kidnapped?
for the village by killing a coalition guy.
I sidle up to the mayor, Mrs. Mayor Mom. And I very nonchalantly ask, so, are you with the coalition?
No.
Boyd's going hide.
We are independent, but the coalition, and Dehan here is, in particular, is hoping to get us to join.
Are there more than just him here?
He's the only member of the coalition, but there is also another person here.
While this is going on, I'm going to use my robot powers to try and notice him through his tent. Either seeing or hearing, using my fleur. My fleur can't see through things, can it?
You're actually asking scientifically? It can't.
French flower.
It can see heat. It can see if there's heat spots radiating.
Well,
from the
it
tent.
literally sees emissivity.
But I mean, like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the technology. But it doesn't really see past
but
surfaces.
if it was heating up a surface.
If it was heating up a surface, yes.
Yeah.
So he's like
So
sitting
if there was
on
like
a
a
bed.
hot radio or a heater.
Ask the DM.
I'll use my hearing, my super hearing, to try and see if he's saying it.
Use your X-ray. That works wonders.
Facts.
So you can't. He's kind of far away. Like he walked. The
Yeah.
tent is not like he didn't just walk into. He walked down the road to a tent that's very far away. So you can't really hear anything
Okay.
interesting happening. Yeah, Lithari continues. Things here in Guarded Town are a little bit complicated right now. She kind of runs her hand through her hair, not really sure how to describe it. The big issue we have right now is the same thing we've had for a while, really, is that we're really close to a nexus point, which is kind of an awkward situation for a town to be in. We've been lucky so far, but rifts can open at any time and terrible creatures can come through, and the coalition has offered to set up a base here in return for access to our silver mine well, unfortunately we'd also have to have all the non-humans leave, but they've offered to take care of the rest of the town and protect us from the rift.
Aren't you a non-human?
Yeah.
Yes. My son and I and a few other people would have to leave.
You mentioned another person.
And in fact, a robed figure at that moment comes out.
My ears are burning.
Indeed, it is a troubling thought.
Uh-oh.
The figure pulls down its hood, revealing.
He's not riding a moose, is he?
No.
It is the biggest horse
He's riding a very large horse, the largest horse. In fact.
with antlers.
He's definitely not a wizard.
Let me see. There's a man in a robe of some sorts with pink face and horns.
A big face?
Pink
Oh, pink
face.
face.
I heard big.
Oh, I said pink.
His face is this big.
So do I know this guy, this
Pink face guy?
who he is already?
You don't know who he is. You can make an Arcana check.
Is he magical?
He's wearing a
I'm gonna
robe.
roll the 4 uncommon knowledge.
You don't know anything about this guy.
From his
do,
race.
I rolled a
Pink
2.
guy that you haven't seen before.
A 2 on Arcana.
I'm gonna do the
I'm not even sure if he's
my
magical.
detect supernatural.
Okay. What's that get you?
I can get all information about him as a supernatural being. Kind of.
He's not supernatural.
He's not.
He does have a magic aura about him, though.
Is he invisible?
Just very charismatic, or
No, supernatural and magical are different things. I think. What does it say that you get?
I will comment that this guy doesn't
Okay.
look like a human or an elf.
I'm not.
so
What
it's
are you?
It's pretty generic. Like what? So successful arcane skill check on a particular magical effect or supernatural entity or phenomena. The caster can learn the following: what kind of magic is at work, currently active powers, general type of supernatural creature, vampire, werewolf, dragon, etc. Any enchantments present on an item, how much PPV or eyes the target possesses, other information the GM thinks appropriate.
So you're not detecting anything supernatural. He does have like a bit of a magical aura going on about him. He has 40 PPE.
Ooh,
Oh,
So
that's a lot of PPE.
his armor looks a bit magical as well.
His robe.
Yeah.
His robe armor?
Yep. What did you ask him?
What are you?
I am Simon the Seer, Denor Devilman from the great nation of Tolkeen.
maybe Tolkien does apply.
Yeah.
Told you.
What makes you different than humans?
Well, I'm not from Earth.
Are you...
Well, I'm from Earth. My parents.
Well, that's really boring.
I'm what's known as a DB,
What's that?
a dimensional.
Or something. Anyways, this is my first time here, and I'm really excited
Well,
to be
whose real time are you doing? Earth time or your
Earth time.
Earth time.
300 years Earth time, 30 years Rick time.
But I thought it was only 100 years since the apocalypse.
All you know is that it's been about 300 years since you left Earth. You were gone for 30 years, and the calendar that the person told you said it was 105 PA.
Okay.
That's the information you have.
I see. Okay.
Simon addresses the two of you as we can tell.
The coolest people.
Yes, the coolest and most magic.
I'm
And
really
I guess
magic.
you too. Yeah, sorry. Everybody read. Welcome. Surely you can see the dire straits this town is in, and our magic may be the only hope. He turns to the mayor. Lithari, the Nexus Point is a danger to this entire region, as are these horrid black market enforcers. He kind of waves his hand at the makeshift barrier that's defending the town. The lords of Tolkeen offer you protection, elementals to guard you, golems to till your fields. You'll have all the freedom you wished under Tolkien's benevolence. The theory kind of nods.
This
an
is not made
expression
up
of
by Paul.
No, I know. I just...
Strange patience on his face. I understand, Simon. You mentioned the same thing yesterday.
So
Wow, you guys seem like you're stuck between one choice and another choice.
Between that guy's, or catching that guy's plan.
What?
Like, she used to leave for the first guy, but what would be the negative for this guy's?
He's not helping very much.
Ask him how he feels about coalition people.
Coalition are a terrible blight against the world. Enemy to all free people.
What would you do to them?
Destroy them, of course.
That doesn't sound very peaceful either.
Well, they're not very peaceful to us.
Sounds like a real he said, she said situation here.
Coalition would threaten to destroy us.
Maybe.
But you're
They would.
threatening to destroy them.
Well, if they would leave us alone, we would leave them alone, but they are intolerant of any magic or DB creature, and they must be stopped.
But how does Tolkien feel about non-magical non-DB people?
We're welcome to all people that may be less useful than a magical person in a given situation, of course, but they're welcome to.
I want to dislike this guy, but I agree with so many things he's saying. We've got this one guy.
Look, Tolkeen is not. We're not interested in forcing any rules or laws. The non-magical people can stay here. All we want is access to the rift, and in return, we're happy to give.
Why do you want access to the rift?
It's useful for magical purposes.
Like what?
We can use it to transport things. We can summon things, power magical things. There's a lot of things we can do with a rift.
That sounds pretty good.
I think you know that already.
No, but I think we want it.
Yes, but potentially there is a three-way agreement.
Always looking for a three-way.
Won't deny it.
I feel like this guy is like going. This plan's great and everything, and then in 20 years they're gonna be like, well, now that we've gotten rid of the big bad, whatever their name is,
I think that's a level of shrewdness that your dragon is not old enough yet.
Yes.
I don't like either of these guys. I feel like this is one of those take a third option situations where the solution we should do is not one of the two Paul is presenting us with.
Well, I mean, in the short term, pink face guy definitely seems better, but there's not really anything to stop them from then killing all of the non-magic people later.
Yeah. Also, if we work with the coalition, they're not going to be happy about you three.
They probably won't like you
can't
either, but just from a performance standpoint. I'm just teasing. Why did we bring him here?
Because I'm your captain.
I am in charge. I have to be here. I was told to go and not come back.
We should suggest. Yeah, but only when someone else wants it, because he never sleeps in that bed. We should suggest that he gets rid of the coalition guy, because I don't trust him.
Well, I have a suggestion, but I don't want to suggest it while the pink guy is around.
Well, if there's nothing else.
How
We
convenient.
just stand around silently for like a minute. Well, I must be going now.
He walks away.
Perhaps we could have a private audience with the mayor, Mrs. Mayor Mom.
After Simon walks away, Lithari says, now you can see what we're up against. The Coalition, the Tolkeen, the Black Market, and now you folks. With Scarlet Town caught in the middle.
We also want your rift.
And your diamond. Or silver.
And your fusion reactor.
The mayor looks at you guys steadily. You've proven yourselves as capable warriors when you rescued my son, so I have a request for you. I want you to locate where the black market is keeping my people and set them free. If you can bring them all back to town safely, we'll be very grateful. I can't offer you any money, and I can't promise to put the town's future in your hands. All I'm asking is for you to do this for me as a personal favor.
Sounds like we're going to get money in the town's future in our hands.
Not sure how you read that out. So
Yeah, didn't you up your smarts?
we've upped our smarts, so up yours. So here was my thought. How personally tied to the town/location is Mrs. Mayor Mom? And the people.
Asking her?
Yeah.
She is the mayor.
She's been living here for...
She's been mayor for 20 years,
Yeah, she's
looking after this place.
Yeah, but I mean, does she care about living in this spot or just living with these people?
It's where they built their home. It's
But-
where they've always been.
Oh my goodness, you're so stubborn. Listen, lady, if we could uproot your entire village and take them to a nice, safe, secure military base, You wouldn't have to deal with either of those two jerks.
What would we do there?
I don't know. I've not thought that far ahead.
We
You have no authority for this.
You could make barns. I've seen barns.
Listen, can you pay me under the table? I have a little tax problem.
Come on, just go that way.
We have a nice town.
There are other nice towns nearby. Like, they don't have to come live with us. They can live with one of the other towns that we came through. The Fade Town, I'm sure would be nice.
The Fade Town? I don't want to live in a Fade Town.
Why not?
It's a terrible place to live.
From what I understand, it's very nice.
I was there. It was nice.
Yeah,
Most of the time
Oberon has
it's
spent most of his life in the Fade Town.
How old are you?
Hours or minutes?
Yeah.
Get out of here, Ghost Dog.
This many.
I don't know that I can count yet.
It's a substantial chunk of his life. Don't worry about it.
So,
There's also the bandit town that
by
we
the way,
emptied.
before we make any sort of agreements or embark on anything,
There's also those nice
your
orcs.
leg looks terrible, and I'd like to take a look and see if I can help you with that.
Please, if you don't mind.
Also, your fusion generator looks like it needs some dire repairs, and I would like to go spend some time with him.
Do you have like fusion generator kleptomania on there?
I have Hordosaurus and Curious.
I would think that Hordosaurus would be like you'd have a lot of like drink cups.
I want to take it with me.
Plastic bags, old newspapers, lots of mail.
You're welcome to look at the fusion generator, but it's been performing fine for us. These things are quite robust.
I'll be the judge of that.
Don't take any of their parts.
You can make a heel bulletin.
So I'd like to do a healing magic first.
I'd like to do a backflip, but you won't let me.
But is it it's not permanent. It's not a permanent injury that she has, right?
No.
Just a regular wound. So the magic one.
It's in fact not a wound, it's just for show.
Decorative bloody bandit.
But it's obviously more than an hour.
It has.
So I'll do my greater healing.
What does greater healing do?
It's just like heal, except it works on wounds more than an hour.
Okay.
Greater.
It's a -1 because he's got a wound. Like that. And it uses a lot of magic. So
While he's doing that, since we've got, it's probably going to take him some time. I'm going to go take a look at the fusion
Nice.
generator.
I got an 11.
Okay.
So 10 technically.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a success with a raise.
Yeah.
Wow, I
So
feel
is
a
she,
lot
like,
better now.
Taller now?
She has an extra leg.
You unwrap the bandage and you see like clear healed skin underneath. She can tentatively puts weight on it. It's like, wow, that feels really good.
Better than before.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome.
Demand payment. My services are not free, ma'am. You're always the good guy.
I'm a medic in the Canadian Army. Like,
You're welcome to stay in the town, free of charge. We don't really have a lot of services to offer at the moment, as many of our citizens have disappeared. But there's also a lot of space, so that's a little kidnapping joke for you.
I like her.
A little
Yeah.
kidnapping humor.
it's rough out here in the wilderness.
You gotta find jokes where you can.
Yeah, so I mean, you're welcome to stay in the hospital if you want. There's nobody there because our doctor was stolen, but it's a nice room with beds. And
So, when I'm examining the fusion generator,
okay,
that'd be knowledge, electronics. Okay.
what's that scratching?
Oh, Archer's eating a toy.
Yeah. He's ripping gripping this.
And I get a +2 from my machine maestro.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
I just want to take a look at it, see if there's any way I can make it better. If I can't take it with me, I might as well help these people.
You can't take everything with you.
Or to find out if there's something that I can remove that will,
Salvageable.
that will not affect its functionality.
Redundant.
5?
All right. You see that the fusion generator is not. I mean, you've never seen one exactly like it before, but it's not. It's could be based on designs you've seen in the
It's
past.
sick and it needs to come with me. Go ahead.
It appears to be functioning well. There's plenty of fuel in it. You don't really need a lot of fuel. Like the fuel lasts for years and years. So it's in good condition.
So there's nothing I can do with it. Except steal it. I also don't know if I can, like, if there's any spells I could do to it to make it better.
I mean, you could try and techno wizard it. But
That's what I'm thinking. Well, we got time.
Yeah.
We're staying in the
I
thing.
think it takes like weeks.
Okay, sweet. Oh, you mean turn it into a techno wizard
Yes.
device? Oh, yeah. I didn't mean that. I meant like make a little gizmo for it.
Well, you have your gizmo power that can emulate a power, but I don't know if you think there's a power that can help you. Let's see.
Let's find out. Banish. No.
The generator is gone.
Oh God, what do they do?
if I can't have it, no one can. Confusion? Deflection? I could give an armor. Make it safer. Environmental protection. I could protect it from the rain. Speak language. Probably not.
Probably.
So
I have not
would
used that
off
power
this
yet.
Which guy are you offing?
Guy
We
with
shouldn't
the skull
kill him.
helmet.
We should
Can
go
we, like,
investigate
erase
this
his-
black market, I
Can we
think.
erase his memory? I think it's bad news that he knows me.
He doesn't know you. He just knows you're a dragon.
Yeah, it seems like a bad news situation.
Well, yeah.
Well, you were the one that wanted to be all Falcor with this kid on your back flying into town.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah, they always do.
Well, we'll deal with that problem when we come to it.
Okay.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Sleep for the night, I guess.
What time is it?
It's in the middle of the
Oh.
I mean, we also have a
leave it
car
down.
we can sleep in. Let's head towards the black market place.
You don't know where the black market
Which way did they
We have a tracker.
is. They don't have a good idea where the black market is.
They can't see which direction they walk off in
Well,
or
they
come
run
from?
off, nobody's like chasing them because they run off and then
Yeah, the people who see them are captured.
Oh, they're like they sneak away, or
They do not come back to provide an eyewitness report.
No, like the people. I assumed that there was like some sort of armed conflict where they would be captured in.
Well, you can talk to people and see what they know.
We could use a little bit of clairvoyance here, mister.
Just to know where
It's
the
true.
place
I
is.
have to know where to.
Yeah,
look.
if you knew where it was, you could look at it, but
Yeah.
you can't
Mhm.
find it. really.
Otherwise, I'm going to spend all my time going like
Looking through the forest.
scanning around.
You could also walk around the forest.
Not
I mean,
fast.
it'd be
Not as fast
faster,
though.
Well, you have jet bikes. I don't know.
No. We could say like we could walk around and ask ask about what the attack was, like see if there's
We could. Why don't we ask?
Tracks.
Yeah, let's just ask around.
Let's go ask the coalition guy what he knows about the black
I
market.
should have a bonus to track them.
Why don't we go ask Skullface guy about the black market dudes? Because whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I mean, he's certainly not going to side with them either. And maybe you should go talk to him because you're the only non-magical person.
Yeah,
You're not very smart though.
I have persuasion and intimidate.
That's fine.
Perfect. Because I know.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
All right. So as you walk towards his tent, The tent flap opens and Lieutenant Bean steps out. He nods a greeting warily. Something going on?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out where these black market types are. Because the town seems to be having some trouble, and we would like to help them.
Yeah, I've been surveying the town and the surrounding area for a few days now. I've picked up some unusual readings.
Like what?
Coalition guy looks at you. I don't recognize your armor. Where are you guys from?
We're from the Canadian
You
Rangers.
said that before. That doesn't mean
I
anything.
didn't say it to him. It was the other people.
I'm sure you probably said it to everyone who was in your shot.
The Rangers here! Play the theme song.
We're from before we were trapped in a rift for some amount of time. We don't know.
You from Earth in the past?
Yes, the past.
Not in the future.
Of course, the past. What else would it be?
He looks at you with a kind of discerning eye. Alright, it's time to lay the cards on the table. There's something fishy about these black market thugs attacking
I
the
pick up
town.
his cards. Sorry, keep going.
I've been thinking about investigating it, but I'm just one man. If we team up, we might be able to actually do something about it.
Are the rest of us not actually there?
Yeah, no, we're not there.
You have a radio. Leave it on.
Don't listen to him. I don't say that.
He holds out his hand and says, "Tell you what, I'll give
I can
you."
use clairvoyance. or even,
Yeah, you
or
can
even
just-
telepathy and be inside his head.
I'll give you the data
Never
my
blocks
systems have picked up,
Oh,
and in
yeah.
return, I'd like to tag along with you when you go after them.
What do you want?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was
I'll
miles away for a second.
I'll give you my data, and the data my systems have picked up, and in return, I'd like to come along with you when you go after them.
Why do you want to come?
Well, it's all well and good
Friendly fire
to
incident.
debate what's best for the town, but I believe actions speak louder than words. And I'm going to show Guarded Town that the coalition military stands for the safety and security of mankind. Some of the people who've been taken are humans too, and I intend to rescue them if I can.
He's like a well-spoken Trump.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan.
Don't agree to anything yet.
While we're out there, maybe.
You say that into your.
In the loudspeaker side.
Don't worry, we'll murder him. Big mouth.
One of those like piercing loud whispers. Not quiet.
We're so gonna murder this man.
Make it look like an accident.
What was that? Nothing.
Not sure what's in on the laughing.
Get out of here, Squeaky.
He motions you into the
Gross.
tent, and you can see kind of a bunch of like scanning equipment and like a bed and stuff like
Take
that.
it.
He motions to a monitor, and you can see over the past few days there's a fairly large heat source that's been staying close to the river. It usually lingers at a clearing about 2 miles east of the town. That's where I think the black market is.
That's really close.
2 miles? Far.
For walking, it's far.
It's like the
Yes.
road.
Okay.
They're not all dragons, remember? They
So what do
don't
we
just-
expect to find from these black markets?
Well, I don't know.
Who are they?
Black Market is a criminal organization with many factions that's spread throughout North America and other parts of the world. They usually deal in illicit goods that particularly the coalition does not want people to have access to. A lot of weapons and armor and drugs, prostitution, illegal augmentation, juicer upgrades, mind over matter upgrades,
Cybernetic eyeballs.
cybernetics. They
That's
operate a lot of the body chop shops in nearby.
These guys don't like
towns.
anything cool.
So they're generally bad news, but what they don't typically do is steal random civilians. So it's very suspicious.
Are they
Alright.
all these like non-humans? I guess I can't ask that. I'm not there. But
Are they?
You poke your head in through the tent. Hey, I was listening on the radio.
Do they normally consist of these crab people?
The broadkill?
Yeah, crab people.
They're not crabs. They're lesser demons.
They're clearly lobster people.
And they do employ various demons and DBs as mercenaries and members of their organization.
But it's not exclusively them.
Not just
There are
crab
many
people.
humans as part of the black market. Is that one of the reasons they're able to operate successfully in the coalition territories?
Something to do with crab people.
Well, let's go.
Okay.
No time like the present.
No time like immediately right now.
I will be in the back part of the trailer, so he doesn't know I'm there.
I was thinking, we're not going to get an opportunity to, I think, but I was thinking, like, if you like took him on a little walk and be like, let's discuss these plans, I could go into his tent and just take the information out of his scanning equipment.
You told us where it was.
Well, he told us where it was because we agreed to take him with us.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't be that hard to kill one coalition soldier.
Stop saying things like that.
Just like standing there talking.
We're like standing in a circle talking to each other.
How hard could it be to kill one coalition soldier?
I'm sorry, I have to touch it. Like that hard.
If it's only a couple miles, do you want me to take a look first before we head out?
Daryl, be careful.
Sure.
Your
I
foot.
What's on my foot?
Well, nothing's on your foot. Just my dog is around your foot.
Oh.
And
Sure.
you were doing this, like shaking your leg like this far from his nose. And he's literally wrapped around you, so.
Well, I'm sure he would have let me know if I had
Yeah.
bumped
Oh,
into
he's
him.
up. Bye, buddy. Did I look at you one too many times? That'll fine.
Yeah, we can clairvoyance the area first.
You could probably do that on the way, too.
Yeah.
Sure. You want to do it? Are you still separate, or have you?
Should probably group up.
Okay.
I'm assuming
In
Captain
the trailer.
Gertrude is bringing...
Captain Blanston.
Gern is not short for anything. Is it?
Nope.
Oh.
Just Gerd.
So what'd you get, Tim?
I got a 6.
So it's just a success.
Yeah, success. So I can move my I'm gonna all of it pay to move 2 senses, like sight and hearing,
Okay.
You smell.
up to, well, on a regular success, I can move it up to 100 miles. So
So since you know roughly where it is, you can kind of get in that zone and move around a little bit to find the specific area. But you kind of see a campfire. That makes it a little bit easier to actually find the specific spot. And there's a small group of crudely built tents next to a cavern. And across the mouth of the cave, there are several bamboo poles that have been lashed together. That builds it's a makeshift cage door, so like some kind of cave, obviously. Seated around the fire are several of the broadkill, and one of them in particular is far larger than the others, with one of his arms totally cyberneticed, and he has several grisly trophies that he seems to be a leader. You also see a towering giant robot standing near the riverbank. It's clearly some kind of combat model. Looks like it has 2 large missile launchers on its shoulder and 2 stubby energy weapon in like a ball turret on its chest.
If it's pre-rips, you'd probably recognize it.
It is not.
Okay.
It looks kind of, used. Like there's several battle scars, weathered insignia. There's a stylized S, a capital S, on the right leg. And as you're watching it begins to move and kind of walks toward the river until it's entirely submerged and vanishes from sight.
How are we going to take that with us?
We'll strap it to the roof.
Okay. That's all I care about.
Not leaving robots on the table.
Nope.
All right, so I'm going to relay everything I see
Okay.
to the rest of the group.
So there's an underwater
Yeah.
robot kaiju man?
How big is it?
The robot?
Have size.
Size 6.
Big things are also easier to shoot.
Size +6 or size 6? Because I'm.
Size 6.
6 is a size.
Oh, I'm size +6.
Oh, Jesus, you're
So
huge.
You're the same size as the robot. I guess.
Stay as a person. It's easier to fit you in things.
Matter of size. Attackers add 2, +2 if the target is at least 2 points of size greater than the attacker. Subtract 2 if the target is 2 points smaller or more. Huh.
What size are normal people? 1, 2,
1 or 0.
1 or 0?
Because I'm 2, and there's no... Yeah, I think they're 1.
I am big.
Yeah. Dragon's a pretty big deal.